On the screen right now is the Fieldlens version for both cell phone and desktop. On the left is the cell phone and on the right is the desktop. Once you log in to Fieldlens on either one of the formats, you'll get your project list. So I'm going to quickly go through a project and what basically Fieldlens looks like on the phone side of it, and then I'll quickly run through the desktop version. So on the phone, I'm going to use the project second or third from the bottom. That's Wits CLM Fab. I'm going to click on that. Okay, once clicking on a project, at the bottom of the screen there's going to be some tabs that will open other screens. So you'll see clearly workspace is currently open. What that gives you is a quick filter or a standard filter. Basically it sorts out all the RFIs, all the submittals, all the safety items and all the punch items. So if you want to specifically have a look at any of those categories, you can just click on one. I'm going to click, for example, on the RFIs for now. That's a list of all RFIs, requests for information, that's been recorded from the beginning of the project. Now that is regardless of the status of those items. So you'll see there's clearly some color differences. There's some orange, there's some black. I'm not sure if there's some green at this point, but that's the three colors that you get. So it lists all of that there. So orange, all items orange is basically unresolved or open items. All items green, it's items that's been resolved by the person the item was assigned to, and items black is basically an item that I've assigned to, or someone has assigned to a person. That person is resolved, and then the assignee or the person that posted the task actually accepted or was happy with the action taken by the person who resolved it. So that's the last step. So basically, when an item is black, it is closed up completely. So that would be the same for all four of those categories. Now let's go to posts at the bottom. I'm going to click on the post tab. What you then see is quite a few quick filters, and then also you see all the items posted on this project from the start. So that's now the mix of safety, defects, submittals and RFIs, and just standard posts, which I will go through in a little bit later, and in the summary, but detail will follow on another video. So that basically just gives you all the posts. So what you then can do is you can, when clicking on the edit word on the phone, you can actually add or remove quick filters. So you'll see that's my selection of quick filters that I've selected to be on there. You can you select all of them, but yeah, I just select what's relevant for me, what I need to check on a daily basis. I'm going to click on done. So just as an example, if I want to see all unresolved RFIs, this is a filter. All of those all of those filters on that's got these little settings picture here on the left hand side. It's filters that I've made myself. So all the rest from drafts and to the top, it's filters that's already in place by the system, which you can just select or unselect. But for example, on the workspace tab we checked out earlier, when clicking on RFIs, you see all RFIs, regardless if they're open or closed. Now what I've done is I've set up an unresolved RFIs filter, so that I only check what has not yet been closed out. So I'm just, as an example, going to go check on that one. Click on RFIs. So basically you'll see no resolved or closed items in there. It's literally just items that still needs to be actioned, that was under the RFI tab or filter. And when I go back, what I always tell people is the most important filters to keep clean or to check out every day is the recently unread filter. So this is when, as soon as you click on the, I'm just going to refresh it quickly. As soon as you click on the recently unread filter, any item that there was movement on will be listed in this on this filter by clicking on this filter. So once you've read each item that's in there and just exit the item, it will be removed from the list. It won't be deleted from the posts list, but it will actually be removed from this filter list. So that's the first one that I always look at daily. Then I look at the to close filter. So what basically that means is when you assign, or I assign, specifically myself assign any task to someone, and that person resolves it, then it falls into my to close filter. Then it means there's some items for me to check. If I'm happy, close it out. If I'm not happy, just reopen it, and then it will get back into that person's filter. So then you've got a standard assigned to me and my company filter. Now, it's a nice filter, but it, I tend to more go for creating your own filter that is basically, it just says unresolved myself, which I'm Hendrik. So I don't want to, depending on my role in the company, I don't want to see items that was assigned to the company or other persons in the company. I just basically want to action my items, and then that's the reason why I've set up my quick filter. And you'll see for now it says 0, so there's no items that I need to take care of. So yeah, that's what you do. So the idea is that you need to play with this filter, select your own filters that you want to use, and then add your own filters, whether it's a system filter that can be added, or whether it's a filter that you need to create, which I'll show you in a video later. Okay, but that deals with the post tab at the bottom. So all the posts listed, and then filters on top to sort out your posts the way you want to see them at that particular point. Okay, then I'm gonna skip the create tab in the middle at the bottom for now. We'll cover some creating of posts in another video, but basically when you press on it, it gives you options on what kind of posts you want to create, but that, like I say, you will go into in another video. Then we're going to go to the drawings. So on the drawings, you'll see 3 categories. On top there, you'll see disciplines, you'll see locations, and you'll see tags. So under disciplines, let's go into disciplines. You'll find all the current drawings uploaded. And in this case, the company that I work for, we upload the drawings as we receive them from the consultants. And they sorted in these disciplines. So let's go into architects just to go and have a look what's going on there. Okay, so you see, okay, there's a nice example. So you'll see the 2 top drawings. Currently it's got a tick next to it, means it's downloaded. A tick also means it's the latest version of that drawing. So when you see the little red circle at the bottom, that basically tells you that there has been an update to the drawing and that I need to download it. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that little red icon there. You'll see it gets downloaded, and once it's downloaded, I know with confirming with that tick, I know that this is now the latest drawing. If you just go check if there's any new drawings on here, so there's more to be updated. I'll just click on those quickly. I just want to see if there's any new drawings on here. Oh, quite a few that's been updated. But okay, so you get the picture. Once a new drawing, like a drawing that's not been on the system before appears, you'll see that little green download box there. So that just means that's a new drawing. That's the first of its drawing number. So you've got the positive ticks, that's drawings, that's the current version. You've got the red icon, which means is the newer version of that drawing is available, and then you've got this green icon, which means is this is the first drawing of this drawing number. Sorry, let me just go out. I'll just press on that little green icon, and that drawing is going to download. So what I also want to show you is, for example, I'm going to go into drawing Fab 110 for now. You'll see that this little drawings icon on that drawing on your screen, you'll see whenever you go into a drawing. So when you click on this tab here, this button here, it gives you all the versions of that drawing that has been uploaded previously, including the latest one. So if I go, for example, on the one that was uploaded on the 1st of March, just to check what the previous version, what the information on that version was, I click on it, and you see what happens. The backdrop to the drawing actually changes to light orange, and it says you're not looking currently at the current version. When I go and click on the 31st of March again, then that disappears, and it means I'm looking at the latest version. So you'll always, regardless of which version you select, when you actually close out, it takes it back to the current version. So you'll never, unless you haven't downloaded the new version or revision, you'll never work on the old revisions. You always work on the new stuff. Then what it also does, it basically gives you that same quick filter that you had under the posts tab. It gives you that same quick filter there. So if you've seen now as an example on this drawing, there's been an item posted on this drawing. You go and just quickly click on that item. So looks like this was just a test because there's some gibberish recorded on here. I've actually got to delete that post. But so what happens is, all the posts that was pinned on that specific drawing will appear there on the drawing. And if you want to see the drawing without any pins posted on, just want to see a clear drawing, then you click on this little black icon here. Let me click on the black icon. So it removes all the pins, all the posts. But if you click on it again, it puts it back. So that's just, sometimes you'll see the drawing gets so cluttered with all the pins and posts on it, that it just also kind of makes it difficult to look at the drawing. So that now solves that problem. Okay, but that's what a drawing with the drawings bit of this looks like. So let's exit this. On the drawings, currently only the disciplines that we've used shows here. So there are a lot more disciplines that can be chosen, that the drawing can be filed under or saved under, which is not listed here, but that you'll see when you look at the desktop version of this thing. Well, you see at the bottom you've got contract and shop drawings, so that will be our approved drawings. Once we submit drawings and it gets approved by the professional team, we upload it here. So any shop drawing that was submitted by any subcontractor or main contractor. Then operations, that is what we use that for, is to store operational drawings, for example scaffolding designs and those sort of things. We'll put the formwork designs in here as well at some point. So any drawing that's actually got to do with not the end product, but the how to get to that end, the construction of that end product gets uploaded here. That's how we use this. You've got demolition categories that you can use. So all of those sort of things we can look at a later stage. Okay, let's exit the drawings, or just go to the front page of the drawings. Then you've got locations. So locations, you've actually got, which we haven't used here currently, but you can actually assign a specific location to a specific drawing. But we don't do that because one drawing may have all the detail for the first floor. On the first floor of the building may have something like 20 to 30 rooms, so it's difficult. You can't assign a room number, different room numbers, for example, to this drawing. So we use it very, very seldomly. What we do use this for, what we do use locations for, is when we actually create posts, so that we can assign a location to a specific post, and so that you can print reports based on a specific location. But that also we'll discuss at the later stage. Then we've got tags. So tags not specified at this point, but if you've got drawings that deals with a specific trade, but across specific disciplined drawings. For example, I don't know, let's see, like your HVAC, for example, your mechanical items. You may have a mechanical drawing that deals with ceiling, cassette units, air cons, and then you may have an architect's drawing that shows some detail on that as well. Then what you can do is you can create a tag called cassette units, which would, on the HVAC drawing, on the mechanical drawing, you can tag it cassette units, and then you can tag on the architect cassette units, so that at the end of the day, you can basically just come here, click on the tag cassette units, and it will give you all drawings related to cassette units. Obviously, those that you've tagged with cassette units. So that just give you another option to sort out your drawings. Then recently viewed gives you just an indication of all the drawings that you've recently looked at. So it makes it easy. So if you want to look at a drawing, you go out of the thing, and yes, you just want to go and have a look at that drawing again. Instead of going to search for it at the discipline, you know, go through all the disciplines, you can actually get it just on here. All right. So let's go back. Okay, so now we're going to go to the last tab at the bottom. Okay, that tab deals with people. So, and this is straightforward. So every single person, whether you're on the consulting team, whether you're on the main contractor, whether you're on the subcontractor, or even suppliers, whatever, all the persons that's in any way connected to this project and their companies will be listed on here. For example, if I click companies on top and I click TriStar Construction, which I'm a part of, it will show you 17 people that's on the project. If you click on 17 people, you'll see basically the whole project team from TriStar's point of view. When you click on my name, for example, there you'll see there's my number, there's my email address. When you click on the safety officer, there's her number and her email address. So it just gives you information of all the people involved in this project. Let's go, for example, the project manager. Go into his company. There we go, project manager and his assistant. So everyone on the so that's plain and simple. I mean, there's no need to go into detail there. So we invite people to the project and their names get listed here. Okay, so that deals with the cell phone version of this thing. So let's go to the desktop. So at the desktop, I'm going to just quickly go to the same project. That's CLM. Click on the project. So similar to the phone, you don't have tabs, but you've basically got everything on one screen here. A couple of tabs, sorry, you've got a couple of tabs on top there, but it's not it's basically got the reports added here, and it's got the items that's created just slightly moved to one side. So on the left hand side, you'll always all the items that gets listed as you go into your web version of the app, it will always go to all posts. Sorry, I've got the wrong project here. Let me just go to this one here. Okay, so 528 posts in total on this project. It's all listed here, whether closed, open, whether safety, defect, or standard posts, you know, just observations. It's all listed here. Then you've got your quick filters, again, same as on the phone. You unfortunately here don't have an option to select from more posts. This is the standard post, but you've got an option to create your own filters, which I've done. You'll see here. So whatever I create in terms of additional filters actually gets transferred to my phone as an additional option to pick from. Let me just quickly go to the phone, go to posts, and then go to edit. Then you'll see all the additional filters is right here. All of these that I've created appears in my phone, in the phone version of the app, as an option to select. So then I can include or exclude any of those filters that I just view on a regular basis, but the filter gets created on the desktop. Okay, that's the bottom line. Go out again. All right. So then you've got a little advanced filter bit. This is where you create your filters. You basically click on advanced filters, and then you've got a hell of a lot of options to pick from to create your own filter. So you can pick, I only want to see open, resolved, or closed items. Then you can pick those from the selection. I only want to see the RFIs or the safety or the defects or whatever your preference is. You can click on here, I only want to see past due items, so that I can maybe create a report that generates automatically, periodically, that can be sent to the project manager so that he can check, listen, they are past due, consultants needs to assist with some items urgently. So all self-explanatory, including the ones below. You can filter by location, by categories, by drawings. All posts, for example, that was pinned on a specific drawing, you can then list by that, or you can list by assignee. This is what I've done when I created these filters. So I've basically, this is my team, my team on site there. To me, Prince, Ndivo, and Ben. So what I've done is I've created a filter for each of them. So I only want to see items that's still outstanding by to me, still outstanding by. So that's what you can do here. Go back. Then the status, you can select what the status of that assignee is, what that you want to see. Generally, when I create a unresolved by a particular person, I select open and resolved, because you know, an item is only closed when it's closed. So it doesn't mean when that person has resolved it that I'm going to be happy with it. So I'd like to view both of those. I'd basically tick both of those on my filters for unresolved items. Then sent to, which I'll explain when we create a post, is an option. Posted by, that will be all, you know, then you can select, I only want to see items that I posted, that I assigned to a specific person, or whatever the case may be, and the rest also is self-explanatory. So once you make your selections, I'm just going to do one selection just to show you. What then happens is you get an option right at the bottom of the screen to actually save and name that filter. Then it will be saved on this little bit here. Okay, so that deals with the filters on the side. So all of these posts are sorted to the filter that you've selected here. So if we click on RFI here, there's 67 items, then it will put all 67 items in this list for you here. But again, like on the phone, when you click on these standard RFIs or these standard filters, it gives you all, you know, regardless of what the status of those posts are, but all the posts. Okay. All right. Then on reports, I will discuss this at on a video that's a separate video from this. But all the reports that you generate, whether once off or whether it's periodical, it gets generated by the system and saved here. So I've got you know, report schedules. So these are all reports that's scheduled, and you can see this, the sequence when it's running and all of that, who it gets sent to and all of that. You've got one-time reports that you only generate once, but you can rerun the report later. So if you say you see, okay, I've got a report named column damages, so there were 7 posts on it, 7 tasks on it, or 7 corrections that needed to be done, and you feel like a week later, you know, all should have been done, you just want to send out an updated report to everyone, then you can just come and rerun it, and that figure of 7 may well have decreased. And then the report sent out to everyone just to inform everyone what's still outstanding, or that everything is closed, and all of that. And these are reports that's shared with me. So for example, if the project manager creates a report and he also lists me as one of the persons it gets distributed to, then I will also be able to view that report on my login. Okay. And then company, so basically, yeah, I will see all reports that I generated, scheduled, or one-time reports, and then I will also see all the people working in my company, all the reports that they've generated, you know. So let's click on it just for one. For an example, so daily diaries is, you know, these are the recipients, so most probably these are also the creators of those reports. So Monique is our safety officer, so she's done a scheduled report for all the items that she's posted, but you get the point. Right. On people, like I say, the reporting we'll go into, there will be a specific video for that. On people, same as on the phone, this lists all the people involved in the project. This is also where we go and add people to the project. So again, this also will be discussed in a separate video, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be remembered when adding people to the project, and a process to go through. But it's got a little quick filter there as well at the left if you only want to see all the people from a specific company, because currently as a standard, let me go to my company. As a standard, you get all the people listed when you go into this people's tab. So now you can only see the people that's in my company listed here, what their roles are, the email addresses, and if they've been assigned project organizer status. So that that we'll discuss on a separate video, but the status and this is where you add information for them and all of that. So again, we'll discuss later. Then on the drawings tab, also you only add people and drawings on the desktop version. So upload drawing is available here but not on the phone. Add people is available here but not on the phone, but you can go into a specific post on the phone and add the email address of a person that's not on the project, and that person will then be automatically loaded to the project but without any information, which you just need to go and put in later, but we'll discuss that again in a later video. So drawings, there's the upload. Here's a view of how you want to see it. There we go. So that sorts out your drawings in the list version or thumbnail version. When I select on it, it goes back to the thumbnail version. So currently as well, the first filter is all drawings. So when you click on the drawings tab, it will automatically go to all drawings and you'll see all drawings. If you only want to see civil drawings, you click on that tab and you'll only see civil drawings. Same with every single discipline. Okay. Advanced filters, you can then again here create your own filter. So these are all standard, and you can go there and create your own, so which also will be discussed in a separate video. And let me just see what this little button, all uploads and all downloads, so it just gives you, let's see there, all drawings that's been uploaded and when they've been uploaded. If you go into a specific drawing, let's go into this one here. I'll quickly give you a run through. Same as on the phone, you can basically click on any bit of this filter here and to see like all the art of eyes pinned to this drawing, or all the submittals pinned to this drawing. At this moment there's nothing there because there's no pins, or so it's all clear. You've got the same option, the versions option as per the phone. This one at the moment is the latest version, but they'll be listed here. Actually, let's go and just check one on the architects. I'm going to click on this again just to go back. Just want to see that specific drawing we had a look at earlier, so I can give you an example. Okay, let's go into that drawing there. Okay, so there's a drawing again with, you see the latest version and you click on it, exactly the same as what happens on the phone happens here. So it gets highlighted and flagged, not the current version, so you don't go and work from that one. So any drawing, if there's more versions, that's what's going to happen. So I'll just click on back. Okay, and then you can again, as same as with posts, you can also export a report, which we'll discuss at the later stage, from this screen here, using all of these filters and even advanced filters to select your own criteria for the report. Okay, so that deals with that. Then new posts is where you create posts. That we'll discuss in a later video, but you know, basically what it looks like, we'll go into the detail. Then I'm going to go into settings here. So these are all different kind of options where you can log out if you need help, but the help, I feel, is the best way to deal with help required is by clicking on this question mark at the bottom. So I don't use this bit on the side here. Billing, don't deal with it unless it's right in the beginning, but currently we don't deal with that. We deal with it as a company, and then we sort out our subcontractors and our consultants. Settings is what I want to show you. Alright, so this specifically, automatically when I clicked on settings, it came to these two options: company settings and settings. So settings is everything to do with my login or my profile, and how I want to set up my notifications, because this could actually be some cause of some headaches if you don't do this right. So I prefer personally not to get emails for everything. So I literally changed all my emails to 0, and I'm mostly using my phone. So I said, all right, I want instant mobile push notifications for all of these types of items that's assigned by me, or sent to me, or assigned to my company, or sent to my company. But I unticked emails and notifications for items posted by me. I mean, I'm the poster of the item, so I shouldn't be notified when I post an item. I've posted it. Okay, so that deals with your personal settings. Then you go to company settings. So the first person basically that created a profile for his company on Fieldlens will be the administrator, and will be able to add users and do all of the use all of these things. So company profile can be edited here. This is where you add your logo, and okay, I see this is a little incorrect. Let me just quickly see if we can change this now. We are not in the US. Let me just see South Africa. Save that, but I mean you can add more information there. When I go out, activity, so all our company uses, it gives the activity on this project. I think we'll discuss that at a later stage as well, but let me just wait for it to upload so we can just see. Okay, we'll run through that at a later stage. Okay, so at the bottom, when you click on activity at the bottom, it also gives you all the persons that's on your project from your company. It gives you who's active and inactive users, which you can actually determine, being the administrator, and it gives you who licenses has been assigned to and not. Okay, so users, when we click on the users selection there, it gives you again active users. You can click, you want to only view inactive, or you want to view all of it, all of the users. This is where you can edit, take some people off the project as well, or delete some users from your company by clicking that, add users. But we, like I say, we go and add it at the specifically at the project, in the projects in the tab under people, and then it gets automatically added here. Resources is basically when you create a post and you want to put your daily resource count in, which we will discuss when we do the video on the creation of posts. Then you select from these people loaded on here. So you load the people that's on the project. They don't necessarily have to be on Fieldlens. It's just our workforce that's currently on site, specifically relating to our company. So each company that's on Fieldlens will be able to add their own workforce here. And then you'll be able to select from these when you do your daily diaries. Wet books and bulk import, we're not going to talk about that we never use. I haven't found any use for that. So let's go back to the project. Okay, I think as a general introduction to Fieldlens, this should be sufficient for now. I think each and every bits of this Fieldlens we'll actually go and discuss in a separate video, and I think the first video to follow this one will be the creation of posts and the creation of reports. I think that will be the most crucial and important video to follow this one. Right, thank you.